What's up guys, Jordan Hardy here, boxing reporter. You don't have to just be a professional fighter to use Victor Conte's Spider Training Stack. I use it every day when I'm working out in the gym to stay fit. I'm Jordan Hardy and I'm SNAC Strong.
You're doing a few things different. One, that you incorporated another strength and conditioning coach in this. First question is why? Why did you decide to do that? And what have you noticed that's bringing out of you? And what's the purpose of that?
Well, the purpose of it, one, is, you know, at a young age, Ben Getty always had me on a strength program, you know, and I was knocking grown men out at 15, 16 years old. I threw a lot of wide punches at that time. I was nowhere near a 12-round fighter. I was an amateur. I was a 3-round fighter, and then I was a 4-round fighter by the time I was 17. But I just want to get back to some of my roots. And one of the things I love about Yo Murphy over at ASPI is he's got this little black book. And Ben Getty used to have a little black book. It's irony, right? But as soon as I saw it, I felt like I'm in the right place, you know? This guy, he's gonna bring that strength out of me. You know, we're lifting weights. I haven't lifted weights for many years, and really since Ben Getty died 10 years ago. And the reason being is because I was trying to avoid injuries, and yet here I am needing elbow surgery and having hand problems, and I've come across all these injuries without lifting weights. So when I got back this year, I said, F it, let's lift. How are we gonna, we did it to prevent injuries, and we've been getting our bodies beat up anyways, but you know, obviously let's lift weights in a smart way, right? There's still ways that you can hurt yourself in the gym, and in, you know, deadlifts and certain things, there's certain exercises that are more prone to injuries than others, and a lot of it has to do with too much heavy lifting, which a boxer doesn't need, and improper technique. So having a trainer like Yo is obviously going to work on that technique. But nowadays too, you can do a lot of strength training without real weights. We do incorporate some weights, but nowadays you have a lot of band work, and band work can really help you incorporate strength, because it doesn't. When you lift a weight, there's a moment where it's heavy, and there's a moment where like you finish, and then you know it's heavy, and then you finish. Push, and push. At the end, when you're doing a band, as the band extends, it's only getting harder. You understand? It's only getting harder. There's not an easier part, right? When you're doing sit-ups, like I did 300 sit-ups today. When you're doing sit-ups, there's that moment where you're coming up and you can feel it in your abs, and then when you come all the way up, there's that release because your abs are disengaged. You see? And then you got to put yourself back, and then they're engaged again, and then they're disengaged. So band work is nowadays, I mean, a lot of athletes, football players, just tons of athletes are utilizing it, and we're utilizing it in this camp.
With an opponent like Manny Pacquiao that's so experienced that we know he's not the old Manny Pacquiao, but he's still pretty damn good. Yeah. And, you know, to the level where he's still able to compete with guys half his age like you. Do you want to remind people why they called you one time? Like, do you see this fight being as a way to remind people like, hey, I still have this in me. I'm still great, and I'm going to show it against a guy like Manny?
I mean, this is a beautiful stage and platform to do exactly that. No matter what, we're always looking for victory, right? We're going to find a way to beat Manny Pacquiao, if it's with the jab, if it's with the right hand, if it's with the power shots. You know, we're always looking for victory. And we're always also looking to hurt our opponents, you know. I shocked myself in my last fight with a short left hook, dropping Jose Cito Lopez. It was the first knockdown that I've had in the Barclays. I've knocked fighters down at the MGM Grand before. I've stopped people early on undercards back in the day. It's been a long time since the world's seen Keith Thurman get a knockout, and it'd be great, you know, for me to not just beat Manny Pacquiao, but, you know, destroy him, annihilate him, create that that separation, a true gap in this match.
With this fight, like, what would it mean to you to like beat someone like Manny? Like, have you like sat and thought like first like, oh damn, I'm fighting Manny Pacquiao, like this guy literally is like a living legend. But what do you think it would do for you and your legacy if you were to beat him and get a knockout result over him?
You know, it could, for me, I just really hope that people tune into this fight. You know, I just think it's one of the best matchups of the year. I'm really gonna play my part and do my best to make it one of the most exciting fights of the year. At the end of the day, this is a dream come true, man. I just love living the life that I've made for myself. You know, injuries and all. You know, no matter how depressing it was to be out of the ring for 2 years and to be inactive at the highlight of my career when I unified the WBA and the WBC, defeating Danny Garcia. But, you know, everything happens for a reason, and look where we are today. This is another great fight. We can add this to our legacy, you know. But every time I fight, man, it's all about being happy and being satisfied with the preparation so that when you step into that ring, win, lose, or draw, you can hold your head up high, you know. But I believe that, you know, this can open up the doors for many things. Manny Pacquiao has a rematch clause in this fight. He can choose to exercise it. He can choose not to exercise it. You know, we'll see. You know, I would like to make a big statement, and I would like to get the job done early. You know, if you know, Vegas is just a fun place. So many people come out. I look forward to my family going back to Vegas. I haven't fought in Vegas since
Guerrero, right?
the Guerrero fight. Yeah, you know, 2015. It's been 4 years. You know.
It's been 4 years. Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, you know. So it's
And
crazy.
you knocked him down, right? Twice in that fight.
I'm 30 and I'm reflecting like, hey man, it's been a while, you know.
Imagine how he feels.
I don't know how this man feels, you know. I mean, you know, he's done it for so long.